Alright, hello all. I still have my Tamagotchi Rikyu now moved onto my head. Um, we have another group drawing stream today for anybody that cannot do the magma boards. Um, I think there was like a reason. Oh yeah, also if people can't do the morning ones, obviously. Um, Today we'll do a spring. I figured I should change the prompt up, not just make it the same one as last time. I didn't realize the cat memes might block draw pile a little bit, but that's okay. I did a little cough. I didn't want you to hear that. Okay. Um, I already drew a little Aerith over here. So hold on. I wish there was like a hand tool, and maybe if I actually updated this program, there would be a hand tool. I need to make myself do it when we're done here. Um, but I don't really have any specific ideas in mind today. Um, but feel free to join into the draw pile. I'm a little out of it today. So and Wave is also coming home early today, so I'll probably only do about an hour of draw piling. But we'll see what we do. Maybe I'll take inspiration from my Tamagotchi Island. I've been playing Tamagotchi Life and Metal Gear Solid 3 for Wave. Well, both for Wave. Could not be more of a stark difference in genres, honestly. But I'm having fun with both. Um, always. Jeez, the fucking zoom with my hand is super weird. Um, oh, to explain what I usually do with drawing boards, Magma or Draw Pile, is I use it on my tablet, but I capture it on my screen on my PC, so we can see the whole thing. Um, so you won't see the suffering that I endure here. But I guess for now I'll just zoom in over here, since there's the rest of it is kind of a blank screen until we get some potential other joiners in art. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3 is always great to go back to. Um, remembering though how how fucked and odd some of the ways you beat the bosses are, specifically the Sorrow and oh, why am I blanking on Volden? It's Volden, right? Why am I blanking on his name now? I hate him, that's why. I hate him. Volgan. Yeah. We hate Volgan here. I hate Volgan so much. Um, I fighting the sorrow, fighting in quotation the sorrow. I remembered, like like Big Boss takes, I guess in this case Snake takes the death pill. Um, I remembered he did that. But I didn't remember uh when it comes into play after. And I was like, God, I don't fucking remember. And I went through the river twice and I was like, let me just like try and take the death pill here. And obviously that's how it's such a fucked way. Um I was like looking stuff up to double check and Like there's like posts from like fucking PS2 days are like, how do I beat the sorrow? This is fucking impossible. Um and people are like, like I've gone through this river like 10 times and I don't know what to do. Um because it doesn't make it clear to you that he takes a death pill. I only just like knew he does it because I've seen it the game before. Like I've experienced the game a few different times, so but I couldn't remember like when when that comes into play. The life pill specifically. And I did not remember that it's actually like during the sorrow that that happens and you have to like manually do it. Um but yeah, I thought it was funny like so many people like losing their goddamn minds because of this fucking crazy way. I never used Dropile before. How do I join the board? Um well, the first thing we do here is type it into chat here. Um you can either use the web link, and I believe you can use a browser to draw on it. I've not done it that way. I have it installed. Um, if you have, if you're drawing on the computer, you can install the program called Drawpile, um, and then hit the session in the top uh, left, and then join, and then input the direct link in that, and then you can join. Um, and if you use an Android tablet, you can also download it in a roundabout way. But I don't remember how I did that. I use an Android tablet, so that's what I did. If you're on an iPad, I think you can use the web link to draw in a browser. But like I said, I've not tried that yet. Um, but you can give it a try if you'd like. I'm sure the website for Drawpile also explains how you can do it. But if you need any more help, let me know. Um, yeah, I also hello Kermoodle. Hello. And hello Tosh. I answered your question. I forgot to say hello. Um, yeah, I was also fighting Volgan last night in Metal Gear Solid 3, and oh dear god, he was uh he was a fucking nightmare. I don't remember him being like this. Yeah, I don't remember at all. Um, because he's you have to really like time your attacks with him, and we had to go to bed. It was like past the time where we needed to go to bed, and I was like, for the love of God, please die. Um, but he is a son of a bitch. But then there's like multiple things in that fight as well. Uh, that's like oh, if you put on a mask of one of his lovers, he'll get confused and um he'll get on his knees and get like I don't know, pray to him, I don't know. And it'll distract him and you can hit him. Um or you can shoot he's a electric guy, so if you shoot like the pipes above you and water will come down and it'll like stun him or whatever. It's there's so much. There's so much. I couldn't do any of it. He just kept slamming me with thunderbolts. On the Tomodachi side, uh I obviously made Big Boss, and I made him a cardboard box to live in. It looks as funny as you could probably imagine it looks. You can just make like a tiny cardboard house. Perfect for characters where you say they were born in a cardboard box. Honestly. Snake was born in a cardboard box. Thank you for following, One Pen. I also add, since Aerith is here, I also added Cloud, Aerith, Tifa, Sephiroth, and Zack to my island so far. Um, and for a bit, Cloud's only friend was Hello Kitty. Um, he would not leave his house. And he kept avoiding people as much as he possibly could, which was really funny to me. Um, but he eventually made friends with Aerith, and they hang out constantly. He was also friends with Donald Duck after Hello Kitty, but Donald Duck keeps beefing with like everybody for some reason. Granted, there's a lot of beefing going around lately in my island. I don't know why. Everybody's got shit going on with each other. Um, I guess also notable is Sora and Riku surprised me with a baby. Like Riku days ago was like, "Hey, could I try for a baby with Sora?" And I was like, "Well, I guess so. If you want that, if you can figure out how." Um, and then suddenly they presented Child to me, um, who I made Zora, obviously, but if you've I fucked that word so much. If you have never used Draw Pile, feel free to play with the brushes on the board. I feel like the music might be a little loud. I don't know. Turn it like a smidge down. Of course, the music got low in that moment. I don't remember how his suit goes. I'll just I'll wing it, I guess. We're just doodling here. It doesn't matter. Only a little bit. I was like, oh, I'm drawing too big, and then I zoomed out and like the canvas is huge. Never mind. I'm good. Hi, Rye. You got that check-in. We're apparently on our Metal Gear shit right now. Or I am. I hope you're doing well. Um, I'm doing okay. I'm a little out of it today, but I'm okay. Just having a chill draw session. How are you all doing today? Just kind of seeing whatever comes out of my mind, I guess. I am also a bit out of it. We can chill and jam out to Final Fantasy 14. So for real, I I'm I'm afraid I'm going to get into my fixation again. Well, I'm not afraid. I really need it. I've been I don't know if I've been burnt out. Um, but I've not played Final Fantasy 14 the way I used to in a long time. And I'm a big Final Fantasy 14 head. It would be good if I could get back into it the way that I used to. But also so bad for my 500 other fixations. I'm right there with you. I haven't played a bunch like I used to. Yeah. Like, even when I wasn't playing the game, I was just sitting in the game and like taking screenshots. I'm a very screenshot oriented person. I love taking screenshots in just any game. Um, so I did it quite a lot in Final Fantasy 14. Um, I also just liked redoing the story, just on the same character. Because I'm obsessed with my character. It wasn't even necessarily Dawn Trail that did it, because I barely got to play Dawn Trail. I like got it and everything. But I've still like barely touched it. I haven't gotten to like the big city, um, the cool ass one. I was really excited about getting to that, but I just haven't. Um, I was looking forward to Dawn Trail. I really like God, I don't remember her name. The main character of Dawn Trail, basically. I used to do a lot of Savage Raiding and the Extremes, but there just hasn't been a drive. Yeah, if I did those, I definitely would have gotten burnt out. Um, I've never done them, because I have like, honestly, I just have wicked social anxiety. Especially from some dungeon experience that I had, dungeon experiences rather. Um, so I was always kind of too nervous to delve into those. There's stuff that I really still need to do, honestly. Um, like I've still never done Eden, and I want to do it. I really want to. I did make a new character around the time that Chi was also uh doing Final Fantasy 14 again. But I think I got busy with something else. I think it's nice when you have people you know with you, but when you don't, it makes them intimidating. Well, hey, if ever you're free and want to do content, I will gladly take you through it. Thank you. Yeah, uh for a while I just didn't really have anyone to like do the content with. I have I have a well, I like this is like prior to like the Sarikuing, where the only person I think that I knew that really did a lot of Final Fantasy 14 for a while was Chi. Um, Prior to Chi, I had like three Final Fantasy 14 friends, um, or four. Um, but we were kind of just like on different things. Some of them are on different servers too, so we never like we're doing like similar things, you know. I have a whole crew of people that I usually run through stuff with. I can teach most of the content up to Dawn Trail. Yeah, I honestly, if there was any time to to try and do this content, I probably definitely could now. Um and I think I'm only terrified of it consuming me again. I'm in so many different like fixations. I can't even like keep track of them. I what do you usually play on XIV? I'm usually a Dragoon or Reaper. I've been a Dragoon for so long. I actually played Final Fantasy 11 as well, and I was Dragoon on that game as well. Maybe it's just like a thing for me at this point. I'm so used to it, but I like Reaper, and I like to think that my main moves on to being a Reaper. I'm usually a warrior or white mage. Warrior and white mage are definitely fun. Tanks are tanks are really fun. I I did a lot of tanking at one point when my social anxiety was like not too in a spot where it wasn't too bad. I was like, "Oh, this is fun." Um I get lost so easily though, especially because I don't remember um like a lot of the dungeons and stuff because I never do roulette, so I'm too scared. I usually tell people my tank is too angry to die. That's so real. I don't know. I usually don't talk about it because I know it's kind of lame to be like, oh, I don't even do roulettes because I'm scared. Um, but social anxiety just be like that. I do a lot of solo content for main story if I can help it. No, trust, I get it. Yeah, it just be like that. I didn't do roulettes a lot without my brother initially. Yeah. I usually at the very least like the few friends that I did have for Final Fantasy 14, they would come over to my server to do like a main story dungeon or something with me prior to Trust. Um, because I actually started playing when the beta for A Realm Reborn started. Not started, but around when it was ending, like probably 2 months before it ended, I think. Um, and back then I was totally like good doing like dungeons. I remember constantly doing fate parties. That's when the fate parties were good. And my laptop just wasn't good enough to run it anymore, so I took a break until Stormblood, basically. Um, and then apparently my social anxiety got worse within the years. It wasn't too bad yet, but then some dungeon experiences were like, I'd rather I'd rather avoid it. I started around Heavensward, but ended up falling off till Shadowbringers. Yeah, Shadowbringers is really fucking good. Um, I can see falling off in Heavensward. Um, Heavensward is really good. Um, but like, there's always points in any story where like it's a little slower, you know. I get that I've had a couple of really bad dungeon experiences. It's so funny because like, why are we, why are you fighting me? I'm like a fucking little, you're like a little cat boy or whatever you are, or cat girl, and like, why are you angry at my my DPS or whatever? I don't know. We live in a world where we stand in Limsa for 8 hours a day. I fell off during a Realm Reborn. Actually, when I came back and got to Heavensward, I zipped through it. Yeah, definitely a Realm Reborn. I can see that. Yeah, I love a Realm Reborn, and it has a lot of great aspects, and it's super important to the story. But I will say, like, definitely the slowest part, and it's just because it's world building. You know, it's necessary to do. Um, the end of Realm Reborn is so like hype, the patch quests and just the actual Realm Reborn. So hype. Very I always think of Kingdom Hearts during it. I think my problem with Realm Reborn was there were so many quests in the patches. There is so many quests in that game. Uh or rather in that expansion. Or not expansion, I guess just base game. Yeah. Um I guess it would need to because uh it has the most levels, but good lord, there is a lot. Good lord, that took forever to get to Heaven's Sword. Yeah. I do like going like starting a new character. There's something so nostalgic about starting a new character. I'm very specifically nostalgic for Gridania since I usually start as one of those jobs. There's this it's such a nice feeling. Just going back and doing like a Realm Reborn, starting from like the basics, you know, after all this time. It's kind of soothing, honestly. Back before all the trauma of a realm not a Realm Reborn, but well yes, a Realm Reborn, but like every other expansion. I will say it's my favorite character. So I recently saw like a screenshot of her like fist. Like it's just her making a fist, and I was like, oh my god, I have to play again. It's really just that easy. I think at least to me, ARR and Stormblood are the hardest two to get through. I can definitely see that. I think that's definitely the consensus as well. Um, and it isn't even to say that they're bad. Because I think a lot of people take that as, oh, you're saying that these expansions are like bad, but no, it's just that um, that the other ones are so perfect and they're so good. And they really take you at a good pace. Oh gods, no, they're not bad, but certain parts just move slower. Yeah, definitely. Definitely I can see that. I did have more trouble getting through Stormblood, as opposed to like Heaven's Word or Shadowbringers or whatnot. I don't have an opinion on Dawn Trail because I haven't done it yet, but eventually. Um I'm down with the whimsy though. I'm down with a little adventure. I had trouble up till we got to Doma and Stormblood. Yeah. I honestly I for some reason Stormblood is the one that I have trouble remembering the most. I don't know if other people have that issue. Um but I don't know, like I like Stormblood. But like the parts that I remember are few and most are hazy or I don't remember at all. Um and the one that I remember the most is I mean obviously my favorite character at the end, Alice, which her the moment where like she collapses and passes out like the rest of everybody else, or like visiting, Gabu. I have trouble remembering Girabania. Yeah, I I couldn't even tell you what happens. Hello, hello, better try to join, saying so none are surprised. It's no worries. Also, hello, Looney. If you need any help joining, I can try my best. Oh, you got it. Feel free to mess with the brushes on the board if you need to get used to them. I will say Dawntrail has its moments where it's absolutely great. Yeah, I mean so far I like I said, I've not gotten very far. I've gotten to the first hold on. Let me remember what her name is. Um it's the way it's not telling me her name. Is it pronounced Woke Lamat? I haven't played it in so long. It's been like years. Woke Lamat. There are just some parts that I miffed about, but I won't spoil anything. Yeah, I know that a lot of people aren't happy with it. I'm not sure what. That's how it's pronounced. Yes. Okay. Good. Cool. I love her so much. I loved her the second that I saw her. She's so fun. Um, so far I've really enjoyed Dawn Trail, but I've only gotten to her like village or city. It sounds like the fucking Big Apple when you're there, which is really funny to me. Um, but that's as far as I've gotten so far. And like the starting of like the big, you know, uh adventure I'll say for non-spoiler reasons. Um but yeah, I honestly I need to like do another run through with my character for like Stormblood and everything. I was with a friend, although in that case it's the same friend I was doing a run through with Metal Gear Rising, and we just haven't really called in like a couple years now, so I might as well just restart it again, or I'll just do a run um on the character that I did make upon Chi joining. I think you'll enjoy the journey once you have the opportunity or feel up to it. Yeah. It's kind of like you get started or you turn on the game, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then you start like doing it and you're like, oh wow, I can't do this. Um like I really wanna do it, but I can't. Um I don't know if it's my inability to read, uh, because I'm at a very read heavy part. I debated streaming my side of Final Fantasy 14 as well with um the alt that I made with Chi, but I'm not sure yet. Since like I said, I'm not like I'm I'm not bad at the game. I worry I'm not like perfect, which is my own issue, frankly. I don't think there's any rush to dive in back in though. Yeah. Isn't like there a new expansion coming out soon-ish, or it's like being revealed at the moment? I'm so out of the loop nowadays. But also screw being perfect as long as you're having fun, that's what matters. That's so true. That's so true. And yeah, FanFest is later this year. Yeah, I honestly, if anything, FanFest will get me fucking hooked again. If I see another trailer with Final Fantasy 14, it instantly gets me in, just without a doubt. It gets me more when they have a banger opening. Yeah. Yeah, the Endwalker one fucked me up when it was first revealed. And just anytime I rewatch it, honestly, it still fucks me up. Like I got to go to FanFest when Donjo was revealed and it was such a blast. Oh, that's so cool. I've never been to a FanFest myself. But I always watch the everything for FanFest. I still remember God, when like everybody was doing the COVID lockdowns and they just had like a digital FanFest, and it was a very emotional one too because God, why am I blinking on his name now? Hold on. I want to get it right. Yes, Soken. Um, Soken, I believe, had just like beaten cancer, and Yoshi P was very emotional about it, speaking on it. Yes, 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 yes. I remember when Soken revealed he was battling cancer. Yes, very emotional, very beautiful moment. Um, really glad that he's around. I love Soken and Yoshi P. I will say I hope they learn from the 2023 Fan Fest. As there were issues, it was still super fun though. That's a shame rather that there was issues. I hope they weren't too serious. Always a concerning thing when you hear there was issues with a convention. the marks on her face are supposed to be like camo paint, but I don't think that it comes across like that. But it's okay. It's okay. We got a cute little rain Sora. I love I love the Papu fruit, and what kind of it kind of reminds me of a white mage coat, but I can see that it's his little crowns. Very cute. One of them was certainly problematic, but I don't believe it was the XIV staff that caused the issue, rather the venue staff that failed to address the issue. Yeah. Yeah, I mean conventions are so difficult to run in the first place too. Um so many things can happen during them, unfortunately, that like just don't get addressed correctly. I don't think they realized just how many people were going to be there either. Yeah, I don't know how many people go to the FanFest conventions actually. Like I imagine it's a couple hundred people. Um but I'm assuming there was like a lot. Over 30K of us during the 2023 show. Oh god. That's way more than I thought. I thought like, 3,000 at best. Holy fuck. Yeah, that's a problem. That's an easy problem. Not an easy problem, but easy way to have problems. The merch line was like a 4-hour wait easy. Oh god. It's like it's like waiting for like a ride on Disneyland or something. You need a fast pass for the merch line. I would definitely love to get back in the Final Fantasy 14 one year, and I I say one year at any time, and go to FanFest one year at least once for the experience. Also, because I have more Final Fantasy 14 friends. Well, and if you weren't the very first group in line, a lot of stuff sold out. Yeah, yeah. I figured they were not planning on that at all. Okay, I got the drawing out of my system. It's a very good drawing. It's very cute. Everybody behold. Playing in the rain, playing and having fun. Oh yeah, they were not prepared at all. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking like I gotta go eat lunch before our group project work. This is fun. I'm glad you could join. I hope you enjoy your lunch, and I hope your group project goes well. Also, the camo comes across nicely. Thank you. And maybe I'll draw a Final Fantasy 14 character. Good luck with the project, Tosh. Yes, good luck with the project. Um, I'm if they show me Estinian and I'll say, I, I'm locked in. I'm locked the fuck in. My faves are Estinian, Alice, Alphino, and Thancred. I think the ad break is about to start in a bit. In which case I will. Yeah, it just popped up with incoming ad break. Um, in which I will go to BRB as usual to get up. Alice and Raha have me coming back. Understandable. I think I recall you discussing Graha, or perhaps I assumed. It's funny. I've surprisingly been seeing. Well, maybe not surprisingly, I've seen so many Emmett Silk me's in Tomodachi Life, like constantly. It's really funny. I miss a specific Elizon. I know exactly who you're referring to. I um I also fucking adore Zero so much, dude. Oh my god. DSR was not enough of a cameo. Oh man, why can't I should know Alice's hair at this point. That's how you know how long it's been. Alright, there we go. I only need to see for a second. Gigantic cowlick. I gotta get back to work, Miko, but I'll be lurking. Alright, good luck at work. I hope work goes well. I will also be popping over to the BRB screen. Just 2 hours left. Good luck. I'm saluting you for the 2 hours. Um, ads. I'll be right back after the ads. BRB. Go back. Alright, I can continue drawing for, or continue streaming and drawing, I guess, for about 30 more minutes. We will be coming home then. So I should probably head off then. Probably a good stopping time for me anyways. But the board will be up until then. I do wish that Drawpile had the same way of just staying online forever. Like Magma. It's so useful. Oh, little boy has decided to speak. I'm not sure what he is doing. Hopping around, I guess. depending on how Wednesday goes, I may or may not do a Thursday's stream. This Wednesday, will actually be my final PT day again, because that's all insurance gave me. Um, but hold on, is this on her? I know this is the right ear. I know it is. Ew. I will say with human ears. Ew. um. Anyways, uh, it'll be my final PT day for this round of PT-ness. So I'm not sure how I'll be feeling after it. Uh, because I think we're going to be covering like everything that day. We're getting as much as we can done before it's over. But on Friday, we're going to start Trix's. Well, they're already started, but we'll probably finish Trix's emotes on that day because they just won't take too long. Emotes I can usually do pretty fast. But we'll do those if we do finish them and we have some time left. Maybe I'll doodle some stream stuff. I don't know. We'll do whatever. But Friday commission day, I guess. Friday usually ends up the commission day, the main commission day. Wednesday I'll definitely be too out of it. I realize I didn't really follow my own theme here of spring. I kind of did. I drew flowers. I drew Snake eating a flower, but then I drew Hello Kitty in camo doing with fucking CQC stance. Really, that's not the stance, but you know, she's CQC ready. Uh, and Alice. We do our best here. We do our best. Saying to myself, can I draw Estinian from memory, and just remembering he's a wet fucking dog. Yes, I can. He has a long head and he's wet. My autistic man, my autistic elf. Buys a hair tie for $5 million. I'll put a basket of flowers in her hand to make it spring. This is the answer to all of my problems here. That doesn't look like flowers, and I'll pretend it is. Tamagotchi life. I'm just thinking about this right now. It really has me drawing things I never thought I'd ever be drawing. Um, Particularly the Limp Bizkit, uh, chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water album cover. I put like a lot of work into it too. I can't share it. The cover is fucked. It in like I think that the drawing came out well, but the actual album cover is just fucking crazy looking. Um, but never thought I'd be drawing that, but here we are. And Big Boss asked me for something to watch, so I drew him Steve Irwin holding an alligator because he doesn't like movies, so I figured maybe he would like watching The Crocodile Hunter. Shout out, RIP. I never actually watched it myself. I watched a lot of Animal Planet, but never that. I watched a lot of The Most Extreme. Um, or there was like this one paranormal Animal Planet show. Uh, I have no idea what it's called now. Now as if it changed and it's still on. Um, The Haunted? No, that wasn't it. That was a different show. I like that show too, though. Um, that can't be what it's called. That that can't be it. That is it. It's called The Haunted, really? I remember like cuz there was this show and then there was another show of paranormal experiences that like went on forever and I loved watching it. But I thought that one was called The Haunted. I feel like I'm going crazy. Another moment of I swear to God I remember it being called this and it's not, I guess. Now I'm curious what the other one was called. It doesn't matter though. It I used to watch that. Meerkat Manor. Uh Too Cute. There was like some other cat ones that I specifically watched, obviously, but there was just like a period of time where I didn't want to watch like any like kids networks like Cartoon Network was in its reality TV show era and I fucking hated it. Um and then Nickelodeon I just wasn't interested in what was happening there. Disney I guess I just wasn't interested in that either. So I just kept watching Discovery Channel and Animal Planet and only that. I'd also watch TBS on occasion. Do these channels even exist anymore? I haven't watched TV in so long. I I think I stopped watching TV um in like, God, was it 2014 or something? I pretty much just only watched YouTube at that point. Well, I mean that, but also I also watch AMC because I watched The Walking Dead, and I also watched. I mean, actually, I think at that point I also watched Supernatural on Netflix. So Cartoon Network had a reality era. What? Yeah. Sorry if I answered that so late. I was so into coloring this apple. Um, yeah. So there was like this really long. I think what happened is there was a really long writer's strike, and that kind of forced through like a big reality show era. Um, so and Cartoon Network ended up having it, which is crazy to think about because it's called Cartoon Network. But it had shows like hold on, I could probably look up Cartoon Network reality era and find it. Um, it had Destroy, Build, Destroy, Dude, What Would Happen? Bobby Says, which I don't even remember that. The Other Siders, Brain Rush. I specifically remember Destroy, Build, Destroy, and Dude, What Would Happen? Um, Destroy, Build, Destroy. I remember actually doing pretty well, but I didn't really want to watch it. But yeah, they just and they also had intermissions with like real people, like a talk show type thing. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's like intermissions with people talking like a talk show or something. I don't know. It was really weird. It was a weird era rather. I didn't even realize that was happening. Um, because of a writer's strike. I was so young. Um, Probably a good thing I don't recognize any of those show names. Yeah, I don't think anybody really enjoyed it. I often hear it referenced as a dark time for Cartoon Network. I think after that was a good golden age for it, with like Flapjack, Chowder. I think those shows were after that reality show moment. I'm pretty sure they came after. Because that was a pretty good, those are some pretty good shows. I was very into Courage the Cowardly Dog and Teen Titans. I remember even drawing some Starfire uh art while watching Teen Titans once. I wish I like still had any of my old art. I feel like it would have looked really funny now. And Brazilian, so cartoon airings for us were slightly delayed, speaking in seasonal terms. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they even skipped airing those shows, or like had like their own reality shows in different countries. Because they certainly didn't do well here. I'll tell you what. Best that you missed it. Honestly, the airings are a little bit of a blur to me now anyways. I do like to mention certain shows um to Wave because or I like to just mention anything to Wave. And he doesn't know it and I say, "Oh yeah, I guess that was before your time." Uh cuz he's 25 and I am 29. And apparently that is a massive gap for cartoons or like internet in general. I have this weird relationship with them though, where I remember watching some of the best ones from my time so casually that I have little to no emotional bond to any of them. Yeah, I don't blame you. I I don't know, I sorry, I smacked my pen on my desk. Yeah, I remember enjoying the cartoons, but I don't know if I have like I don't know if any from that era I would say are like in my top favorites, you know? Like they're not in my list of favorite shows. Um if I had to mention like oh what's your favorite like cartoon growing up, I'd probably usually mention Teen Titans or Courage the Cowardly Dog. Um Honestly, I don't know what I would mention. I think I usually do Courage because it's easy, honestly, and Teen Titans. But I think I would have to like rewatch them and get into it because I usually when I watch shows now, I need to like be actively attentive to it because I want like the full experience. I want to like get into it and if I do something while watching the show, I'll just miss everything. Um which is why I just don't often watch shows nowadays cuz I'm always trying to do some shit during a show and I just like put on scary stories from YouTube now. Literally me, yeah. I like I'll try to start watching a show but like even if I'm like I'm sat, I have like a snack, I'm like ready to watch. I'll still get like distracted by something. Like there's something I have to do. And I'll keep pausing it and it'll get to the point that I'm like, "All right, I'm just going to shut this off." So I can usually only ever watch stuff it's if it's with somebody else. Cuz when I'm with somebody else, I'm usually putting my full attention in interacting with that person and what we are doing. Um, so it makes it a lot easier for me to actually focus on a show. But then obviously that's not super often. If I can focus on a show, I'm very lucky. Like, I did watch the Owl House on my own, and I locked the fuck in. It was a little hard. The first few episodes did not lock me in. They were good, but like I hit an episode where I was like, I knew it was going to get good, like really good. And I enjoyed it so far. And then I hit that one episode where I was like, all right, I need to watch all of this right now and not do nothing else. Um, Beastars was similar. Beastars locked me in pretty quickly. Madoka as well. Madoka is so fucking good. I love Madoka. I think Wave is kind of the same way with shows, which I guess is useful for both of us. Kamen Rider game is written by the same guy as Madoka. I probably butchered saying that, but so they both got get screwed up halfway through. I'll have to remember that. I'll have to remember that name. Personally, haven't watched either. Well, if it's got the same writer, I definitely need to look into it. Madoka is definitely one of my favorites. Really beautiful, incredibly romantic, uh, just show. Very interesting, very cool. Love the characters. Agretzko is another one that is very enjoyable. I like it. Wave got so locked in with Agretzko. I was like, yeah, this is a Sanrio show. Let's watch it. And he was like, oh my god, how is this a Sanrio show? Because it's very real. Uh, very life lesson type of show of Retsuko trying to just go through her day to day. Very good. The first three seasons are the best. Um, season four and season five are kind of iffy in the sense of like they didn't have as much time to do it as they wanted. So it's quite literally like a time issue that made the pacing not good, unfortunately. Which is a shame. It's a really good show. Alright. It's been about 30 minutes. We've got various drawings here. Got our Hello Kitties, Aerith, Big Boss, Alsay, and Asini Poo. We got what I assume you were doing a Kirby from the shape. I like the shape. And then we have a little rain dancing Sora. It's always good to get some doodles out. It helps your drawing muscles. It helps, I don't know, loosen them. I don't know. It does something. It's good. It's good to doodle in like a program that you don't do your like main art in. I think that's how you get the best out of it, because you're not worried as much. But I appreciate all of you for drawing with me or doodling or doing little sketches and watching with me on Thursday. Like I said, depending how Wednesday goes, I may or may not stream. I didn't really have anything specific on that day, so um I it'll just kind of be whatever if I do it. And then Friday will be our commission day. We'll do Trix's emotes. We'll probably finish them that day. There's just 3, so it won't take too long. But yeah, thank you all for watching and chatting with me or lurking. I really appreciate it. Let's go over to the end screen. Sorry, I'm laughing at the fucking cat picture that popped up that says la la la, can't hear you. But yeah, thank you all so much. Thank you to 1G Pen for following again. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week. Yeah. Bye-bye.